Y'all want to know what rookie mistake I just made? I just podcast for 39 minutes, okay? And I did not have my microphone on. Can we talk about the disappointment? The disappointment and the frustration that it brings when you're trying to record something and it doesn't record, or it does record. Okay, as you can see, we have video back. We're doing video again. It recorded 39 minutes of me talking, but not the audio because I forgot to switch the microphone on. Now, that is my mistake, and I could have easily gotten frustrated and let that little mishap ruin the rest of my day and then perpetuate me to be frustrated and then not record my podcast today and then wait to the last minute and not have a good quality podcast because I procrastinated about it because I let the one mistake that cost me 40 minutes ruin the rest of my day and the quality of the podcast. But hello, welcome or welcome back to the Balance Podcast. This is a different type of episode, not only because we're recording it for the second time, in which I am taking as a message that whatever I shared in the first episode, maybe it didn't need to be in there. I'm trying to have a lighter thought process, and maybe I don't need a 40-minute long episode. But without further ado, we're going to get into this episode. If you cannot tell, this is a different kind of episode already. We're just chatting, we're shooting the shit, we're not being super serious today, we're not going to be talking about any one thing. We're doing a little bit of a check-in today. We're gonna just chat about what's been going on in my world and what's happening, what's new, what I'm loving, what I'm not, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, because we are on the second to last episode of season 1 of the Balance Podcast. I have decided that how I'm going to run this show is each year is a new season. So we started the podcast in 2023. We're ending season 1 in 2023. Season 2 will debut in 2024. I don't know the exact date yet. I would have to look at the calendar. But this is the second to last episode. In our next episode, you can tune in on Christmas. Actually, it's going to be a little Christmas gift. And I'm going to be chatting about things we're going to leave in 2023 and a new mindset and what we can bring into 2024. Because what better way to end a season and go into the next year with? And yeah, just some positive inspiration and motivation to lead you into the new year. We are bringing back, as with this episode, in the next episode, video. We're bringing back video. A lot of my past episodes have been a little bit more serious, and not that we're not going to have serious conversations here on the Balance Podcast. We're going to have a balance. We're going to have a balance of chit-chatting and shooting the shit, and we're going to have a good collection of deeper, more serious topics. A reason you haven't been seeing my face is because a lot of the topics that I've shared in the past 12 episodes have been more serious, and they have needed me to kind of sit down and collect my thoughts before sharing. And when it comes to video podcasting, you're kind of, it's good to have notes. I have some notes here, not many, maybe 4 for this episode, but it's good to have notes. But when it comes to talking about deeper things and more serious things and collecting and sharing the thoughts that I have, it's easier for me to write them down and basically just read from a script. And it's harder to read from a script when I'm on video, okay? When you have a script, you're reading it. Sometimes you mess up on the words and the wording of it, and it's just a lot easier to not be on video, okay? But I want to bring back more video. I want to share more of my personality here, as I do also on my personal YouTube, which you can find me at Madie Kaiser. But we're bringing back video in season 2. We're also bringing a new environment, a new space. This is going to be the pod spot. We're also bringing some rebranding. I have updated my podcast logo, I guess you'd call it. So yeah, just some new things, cute little subtle things that we're going to be bringing into the new year. But with, a new year and a new season, I just want to touch on just a little thing and a little tip on being more consistent in showing up for this new year. I think most of us do, we wait until the new year to start the new me, to start the new things. And my little tip, and maybe I'll probably go deeper into this in the next episode, but my little tip is don't wait, okay? I think what I'm trying to do, what I am doing, and what I recommend is to start a month earlier. Actually, start a month earlier so that you have 1 month under your belt and you can go into the new year being new to something. As for me, I'm new to creating a morning routine. You're still a little new, but you've been doing it for a month. You've been doing it for 30 days. So it's not completely new. You have some time to kind of fall off for a day or two and then get back to it. As I mentioned, I'm trying to create a morning routine. For you, it may be going to the gym, it may be reading, it may be whatever it is, eating better. Just try and start a month early because then you have some experience. Okay, you're not going in blind trying to put a bunch of pressure on yourself to have new me, new year energy, and then you kind of flop because you don't know what you're doing 100% and you're not experienced. Give yourself that month to play around with it, adjust how you need to, and to get more experience and comfortable with whatever habit or new thing you're trying to do for the year. For me, I'm trying to create a morning routine. Okay, this is something I've been trying to do for the past 2 years, and I've flopped all the time. And I've been going to therapy, I don't know, maybe a month now, month or two. And something I've been struggling with is just feeling overwhelmed. Feeling like I don't have enough time, feeling like my mind is scattered, having my mind wander, overthinking about things that aren't happening in the now, overthinking and trying to control things. And what me and my therapist have boiled it down to is that I'm not taking time for myself. I think a lot of us do that. And I touched a little bit about this on my episode about why is self-care so difficult, but we don't take time for ourselves. And that is something that I need to do. That is something that I urge you to do as well. And I'm starting to do that by creating a morning routine. This morning routine, I've been able to be consistent with for this month of December, so for 5 days now, and it has consisted of having a breath work or a meditation for minimum of 5 minutes. I've been doing 5 to 10, depending on how much time I have in the morning. I then go into a reading. I've picked up this book. It is called Journey to the Heart. It is daily meditations on your path to freeing your soul. And this is just beautiful because it takes no more than 2 minutes to read. It is scheduled out daily, so it has the month and the day for every day of the year, and then it just gives you just a little bit to think about. It gets you into the habit of reading, and it has a nice message. Today it talks about how life can be fun and how, we go through our daily lives of working and traveling and wandering and running errands. Sometimes we forget to create space to have fun within the day or within our life. And it just shares the message of have fun with work, have fun with loving, have fun with life, and have fun and have more of it. Okay. Life is short. So why not have fun? Why not have fun with the mundane of things and trying to have fun? How many times can I say have fun? I could have easily not had fun with the fact that I just recorded and spent 40 minutes of my time with this podcast and having it not pick up the audio. I could have easily let that little mishap ruin my day, but instead I was like, you know what? I have the time. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to redirect and change my mindset of this is the worst thing that happened today into let's have fun. Let's record the podcast. Maybe re-recording the podcast will actually produce a better quality podcast than the first time I recorded. And in the midst of recording, I am already noticing that I am more comfortable. I know what I want to say. I don't have gaps within my thoughts. And I am more clear and concise with what I want to share this time around than the first time. So it's all about just changing your thoughts and having fun with it. Okay, what else are we chatting about today? What else is going on? What else is new? This shirt is new. If you were watching the episode, I got some new shirts. Okay, I already have a cut of this shirt, but this is a shirt from Cotton On. I love how it fits me. I love the style, and it's very simple. And that is one thing new that I'm bringing into the new year, is just having more staples, having more consistency throughout my life. I've always been somebody, and I think a lot of us tend to do this. We tend to just impulse on a lot of things, and because it's new and exciting. And I think it's easy to then get bored of that. So for instance, I have in the past bought in a lot of clothing items that in the moment it was super cute and it's new and it's trendy. But then, 6 months later, year later, I don't like it anymore. I'm donating it. I'm trying to resell it. Okay, I think it's easy to get hooked on to new makeup or new skincare products and this and that. And then next thing you know, you have a whole wardrobe of clothes that you don't wear and half-used makeup and skincare products. And I'm just tired of doing that. I'm tired of having an excess of things within my life that I don't like and I don't use. And I'm just more in this era of trying to create consistency and staples within my life. And I needed to start doing this with the things I've mentioned, with my clothing, with my makeup, with my skincare. And I'm finally finding staples and products that align with my values of being clean beauty, being good for my sensitive skin, and investing in clothing that fits me and my petite structure and also is of good quality. So that started with cleaning out my closet a year. Oh my God. A week ago, I deep cleaned my closet. I got rid of a lot of my shirts. I donated them. I resold them. And during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all the deals, the time to get stuff, I invested into myself. I invested into my wardrobe and my skincare and my makeup and my hair. Because, if you look good, you feel good. Okay. So where am I going with this? I'm really just in this space of trying to create staples for myself and investing my money into tried and true things that I know work for me and things that I like and things that are quality and things that are going to last and things that are good for my skin and my hair and my body and my mind. Now, if you want me, probably not. That would probably be a very mundane, honestly boring podcast episode of all of the things that I wear or use. I think it wouldn't be a podcast episode. I think it would just be me sharing them on my Instagram and giving you guys the links. Okay, so we're not going to dive into what I'm using, what I'm buying. But if you are curious, the shirt I am wearing is from Cotton On. Link in my bio. Just kidding. Another new thing, okay? Yeah, I guess I'll just share with you guys some new products in my life. Why not? Another new product I got around the Black Friday Cyber Monday deal are these Beats noise canceling headphones, okay? I have not had a new pair of headphones that I have purchased or invested in since 2015, okay? And I didn't even buy those headphones. I got those Beats Studio Pros, whatever they're called, with the purchase of my MacBook. Now, I don't know if they still do this deal. I think they just give you $100 off instead of giving you free Beats headphones now. But back in my day, just because I'm so old, when I was about to go to college, at Apple, when you bought a MacBook, and if you could prove that you're a student, you got free Beats headphones. So with that, I have not purchased headphones, like an expensive pair of headphones ever. But we're in this new era, okay? We're in a new era. We're in a new era of investing into ourselves and investing into quality things. And because the headphones were 51% off, I took advantage of the deal. Now, I have mainly been using these headphones for my meditations in the morning and also working on my computer. These are at-home headphones. These are not headphones that I'm going to take to the gym and I'm going to get all gross and sweaty, because that's what happened with my last headphones. I still have them. They only work if I use the aux input, but I've had to replace the ear coverings probably 4 times because they get filled with sweat and they get gross and they malfunction because your dirty, gross sweat is seeping into them. So these are at-home headphones. So that's something new. I love them. They're noise canceling. They're super big and chunky, but I love it. Okay, another new thing. I swore I wouldn't get one of these, but my mind changed when I saw this one in Target the other day. Now, this kind of goes along the lines of I had an episode where I talked about how I don't follow trends, really. In one of these trends, I don't think I mentioned it. Maybe I did in the episode, but the Stanley Cup, okay? The big reason I didn't get the Stanley Cup, one, was because obviously everybody was raving about them, and I'm just like, it's an insulated bottle. Like, what's the big deal? But another reason was the fact that the main Stanley Cup that everybody uses is 40 ounces. Now, to give you some context, I am a small, short, petite woman, and that 40-ounce cup from this straw to the bottom of the cup is as long as my torso, okay? So we weren't doing that. We were not going to walk around with a cup as big as my torso. I just wasn't going to do it. I didn't think it was a cute look, which is why I invested into Hydro Flask. This Hydro Flask has a handle, and it also has a silicone straw. I repeat, it has a silicone it has a silicone straw. Okay. Now, for all my straw biters out there, this is a dream come true. Not only does it have a silicone straw, but it is not 40 ounces, it is 32 ounces. So it is still large, but it's not as large as obviously a 40-ounce cup. So I've been using that as my Stanley dupe until a week ago. I'm roaming Target and my mind says, let's go check out the Stanleys. And I fell in love, and I really wanted to buy the Stanley because, one, it's super cute. Okay, it's a nice cream color, very neutral, very much my style. It doesn't have a handle because it is only 20 ounces, but this 20-ounce Stanley had my heart, and I needed to buy it. Okay, so I'm in the Stanley fam now, and I have no regrets, but that is one of the things that I have invested in also. Now, if you're watching the video, I just took a drink out of a wine glass. I'm not drinking wine. This is actually a Alani new energy drink. Now, if you know me, I don't do well with caffeine, but for some reason I am drinking half of a Alani new energy drink at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we will see if I have a emotional mental breakdown later. But I don't know. Drinking things out of a wine glass just elevates it, okay? It doesn't have to be wine. It can be a sparkling drink, as I mentioned in my last episode. I think a part of drinking is just a part of the experience of drinking. It's about having a nice fancy glass, having a yummy drink in it, and it doesn't even have to be alcohol. So this is my invitation to you to get yourself some wine glasses, pour a sparkly, yummy drink in it, and go off and enjoy your night. What else is new? What else is new that I want to share with y'all? I'm going to go to Florida this month for the holidays. I'm very excited because I don't go on many vacations. The last vacation I went on was in 2020, which was like the peak of COVID. I don't know why we went on a vacation, but we did. And it was really fun, actually. We spent like a week or so in Florida. And this time, 3 years later, we're going to spend 2 years. Not 2 years, I wish, 2 weeks in Florida. So I'm very excited for that. Look out for, obviously, a Florida vlog that I will be posting in the new year. I'm a little behind on my YouTube. My next YouTube video, I will have a Q&A for you guys, and then probably like a Thanksgiving vlog. But yeah, I think I'm just trying to create some consistency in my life and create balance in my life. That's really my motto for life, creating consistency, but allowing myself to have fun and allowing myself time and space for play. Because as I'm growing and as I'm evolving and becoming self-aware and growing into an adult and just growing into myself, I am just somebody who is a little bit all over the place. I need stimulation. I need change. I need to do different things. Okay. I have only had 2 jobs in my life, including the one that I'm working at now that I have been at for more than a year. Most of my jobs, I have only been at them for less than a year. Why? Because I get bored. I get unstimulated. I'm doing the same thing constantly, and my soul starts to get sucked. I am just the type of person that needs different things. I need to be doing different things. I need stimulation. I have always been the type of person to start something new creatively and then drop off with it. And it has been a tough realization for me that I am somebody who is not super consistent. And it's a little bit frustrating, not gonna lie, to not be consistent and not consistently show up. But I am trying to create space and understanding for myself within that and to accept that, but to allow myself time for creative play and play in general and having fun and relaxing and letting myself be, but also creating systems and creating also the space to be consistent and show up consistently in the ways that I need to, in the ways that are going to allow me to be successful and achieve my dreams and achieve my goals. And I think that goes for everybody. I think we need to have balance, but we also need to create systems and ways that we can show up consistently for ourselves and in the ways that we can succeed and still accomplish our goals. So I'll be chatting a little bit more about this in my next episode, but I just want to say thank you for being here. I'm really excited to be here. And I'm not to gloat or anything, but I'm proud of myself for showing up here. As I've just mentioned, it is a little bit difficult for me to be consistent with a lot of things. And I have found that I've been consistent with this podcast ever since I've launched it. And I've been a little bit more consistent with my YouTube ever since I launched that a year ago. And I'm excited for where this is going to go. I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited for where it's going to go because I was looking at my Spotify Wrapped analytics. And if you do not know, I'm sure you do, but Spotify at the end of the year, they put together a little collection for you of all the analytics of how much you've used the app during the year, how much music you've listened to, your top 5 artists, your top 100 songs, all these analytics. And it's fun. It's a fun thing. But I was looking at my podcasts Wrapped, and it had said that for 7 people, I was in their top 5 podcasts. And that just made me happy. It made me realize that, there are people out there that are listening to it. Maybe I won't be on the scale one day of big podcast names like Call Her Daddy and I don't know what other podcasts are out there, like Jay Shetty and the School of Learning. There's some podcast called the School of something, School of Greatness, I think is what it's called. I don't think I'll be at that level. Maybe that would be cool, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that I am staying consistent with something, and I appreciate anybody and everyone who listens. So thank you. And I'm really looking forward to what this next year brings. So yeah, I want to have more episodes like this, and that will be my intention for this next year, is to have more episodes of just me being here and showing up and showing a little bit more of my personality and not being so rigid with what I want to talk about. But yeah, until next time, guys.